Welcome to PLC SCADA and DCS laboratory. Today we will get into the experiments related to distributed control system. We have four experiments that are going to be dealt with DCS. Among the four, the first one is control of level in the cylindrical tank system using DCS. The second one is control of pressure process using DCS. The third one is control of flow process using DCS, and the fourth one is control of cascade process using DCS. And now we will see about the first experiment, that is control of level in the cylindrical tank system using distributed control system. The aim of this experiment is to monitor and control the level of water in the cylindrical tank using DCS, and the components required are level control loop hardware setup, Centum BP software, engineering station, operating station and field control station, communication system and a compressor. The level control loop consists of the following elements as its hardware components, right? The first one is cylindrical tank, pump, compressor, differential pressure transmitter, I to P converter, air pressure regulator and a pneumatic control valve. Okay, before getting into the experiments, we will have a description about the DCS setup that we have in our DCS lab, and this is the pressure level and flow control setup. Before getting into the hardware description, we will have a demo about the DCS system. The type of DCS that we possess in our DCS lab is Yokogawa DCS Centum VP setup, and it consists of a engineering station where the main control processes and the control commands will be executed, and we have three operating stations. Operating station is also known as HIS, Human Interface System, right? We have three units of operating station in our DCS lab and one unit of engineering station, and there is an FCS associated with the engineering station and operator stations. FCS is nothing but field control station, and this setup will be available in the field in order to control the parameters. And inside this field control station there will be panel boards, and this is the main panel board, whereas this is the controller, and it is also known as processor, right? This is the main control unit used for the entire controlling process, and this is the power supply unit. This is the power supply unit or battery unit, and this will provide backup for a particular period of time if power fails, right? And these are the IO cards connected to the process the input and to produce the outputs. Here we are using 4 IO cards, and in general and in the plant where 24/7 running is required, we will have redundant components for every equipment that has been placed in the panel board. Redundant in the sense, if the primary component fails, the secondary component will take over the operation of the primary component, right? Here this slot is meant for the controller redundancy, and this slot is meant for the battery redundancy, and there will be 8 racks available for IO cards, whereas this is meant for the IO card 1, and this is meant for the redundant component of IO card 1, and similarly the 8 racks will get filled up. Here we are not using any redundant component, since it is not required to run our unit for 24/7, right? We are using only for experiment purpose and for demo purpose, so we are not in need of any redundant component. And this is the power supply unit consisting of transformer and the circuit elements. The input to this power supply unit is 230 volt AC, and the output um, of this power supply unit is 110 volt AC, right? This will provide power supply for this entire field control station, right? And there will be no wires visible to us, since all the wires will be sealed inside the wire racks, right? You will be seeing wire racks, right? These are this and this are the wire racks, and the power supply to this panel board is given through this cable from the power supply unit, and it will be segregated according to the requirement, right? And this side of the field control station provides the power supply unit, and this is the back side of the field control station. And opening the back panel, we will be having our IO cards, right? The top two IO cards are meant for analog IOs, and the third slot is meant for digital IO card. And whereas the first panel has 8 IOs, 8 analog IOs. This can handle 8 analog IOs, and the second card can handle 8 analog IOs. You can see here 1 in and out, right? In out, 1 second in out, third in out. Likewise, it will have 8 IOs. It can handle 8 IOs, and for indicating this as analog, it will have plus and minus sign. And I repeat, these two cards are meant for handling analog IOs, and this is meant for handling digital IOs. And this digital IO card is provided with relay contacts in order to process the digital informations. And from this relay contacts, wires will be taken, and the address for the wires will be clearly mentioned in the tags, right? And now to identify the appropriate wire and to take the correct connection, here also the wires will have tags. And from here the cables and the data will be transferred to the hardware unit, right? Wherever the hardware unit is placed, the information and the control signals will be sent and received through this cabling system in the FCS, that is field control station, right? And this is the level control loop, and the hardware components related to the level control loop is the pump, which is used to pump the liquid from the reservoir to the level tank, and the control valve used to regulate the maintain the level through regulating the flow. And this is the I2P converter related to the level control loop, and this is the cylindrical tank in which the level of the tank has to be controlled, right? And at the top it will be open, and at the bottom we will have tappings in order to measure the pressure. Here this differential pressure transmitter is used to identify or determine the pressure in the tank, and one input will be the pressure tapping, one input will be the pressure at the bottom of the tank, and another one input will be the atmospheric pressure. And the reason for considering the atmospheric pressure as one of the input is the top of the tank is open, and the scope of this experiment is to control or to maintain the level in this tank, right? For that, when the pump starts to pump the fluid, the tank will get filled and the pressure of inside the tank will be measured using this differential transmitter, and it will and the measured pressure signal will be given as electrical signal to the controller unit, and the controller will generate a control signal by comparing the measured signal with the set point, and it will provide the signal to this converter, I2P converter, in the form of current, and the current signal will be converted into appropriate pressure signal, and this pressure signal is given to the pressure regulating control valve. Here the type of control valve used is the air to close control valve, since the control signal will get into the loop at the top, and according to this signal the controller will act, and the amount of flow will be regulated to maintain the level in this tank.